Can you guess how many homes sold in Brampton in the month of December? To give you a bit of a clue, at the peak of the market, which was March in 2022, at the peak of the market, we had 928 homes sold. How many homes sold in December? What do you guys think? I would love to get some feedback on this because I'm always curious to see what the general public thinks. Was it 500? Was it 400? Was it 600? I'm going to get to Brampton in about 10 seconds, but I want to show you guys overall what happened on the Toronto Real Estate Board. These are all the homes sold in every single month. So at the peak of the market, there were over 10,000 homes sold in on the Toronto Real Estate Board. That includes every market that's covered on that board. So over 10,000 homes sold in March, and that dropped to just over 3,000 sales, and that is a drop of about 71-72%, I believe. So it was the slowest month we've seen since 2008. Now let's get into Brampton and let's see if you guys were right. How much has the market dropped by? At the peak of the market, as I had mentioned, there were 928 homes sold, but now in the month of December, only 268. I have not seen anything like this in a long time, and I've been around for about 20 plus years. So that is very discouraging if you happen to be thinking of selling your house in Brampton, if you try to sell in December or if you're thinking of selling in the next month or so. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into prices right away because people, always curious to see prices. Just a quick overview. We're going to get into more details in just a second. But detached homes are down. These are average prices. Detached homes are down 31% compared to the peak of the market, which was January to March. And freehold townhouses are down 27%, and condos are down 27%. This is Brampton only. Now, let's do a 4-year comparison because I've had people give me some positive feedback on the 4-year comparison. So what I'm going to be doing is for every single city I cover, I will be doing this. So hope you guys enjoy it. So these are average prices again, 2020, 2021, December, and December 2022. So back in 2019, December, you could get a house for under $1 million, a detached house. You could actually get it for $892,000. Then it jumped up almost like over $100,000, and it jumped up to 1.03 in December 2020. And then that's when it took the biggest jump. It jumped like over $300,000 in 1 year, and it went up to 1.45 in December 2021. And now they are selling for, just last month, average price for a detached house in Brampton was $1.14 million. Keep in mind, Brampton is quite a big market. Within Brampton, there's 20 different markets. So not all of them, are going to be doing the same kind of numbers. Some are struggling more than others, but this is a very basic overview of the Brampton market. Freehold townhouses, for example, in December 2020, you could get a freehold townhouse for $745,000. Then look at the big jump, almost a $300,000 jump in 1 year. Same thing as detached. That was a little bit over 3. This is a little bit under 3. And it went up to over $1 million for a freehold townhouse. And now it has dropped about $150,000 year over year. And in December 2022, they were selling for about $850,000. That is a freehold townhouse in Brampton. Now, if you want to look at condos, average prices, average price for a condo 4 years ago, December 2019, it was $423,000. And look at the big jump. Not much of a jump here. That's something very reasonable year over year. But then it took a big jump, over $100,000 jump in 1 year, went up to $585 just last year. And now in December 2022, they were selling for $504,000. So still higher than 2020 prices. But it's anybody's guess if we're going to get there or not. Maybe you guys can leave a comment below if we'll reach 2020 prices. So that is a 4-year comparison. Now I want to get into more detail because some people like a bit more detailed stats. So this is for you. This is a month by month breakdown. These are average prices. I'll get to median in 1 second. So average price for a detached house has dropped to $1.14 million, as I just covered a few seconds ago. And that is a drop of, like I mentioned before, quite a high percentage. And that the highest price they were selling for was in January for 1.65. In detached median prices, they are selling for $1.1 million, and that's still a drop of over $500,000 if you compare it to the peak of the market. In this case, it was February for 1.57. And we are not done, so we're going to get into freehold townhouse average prices. But if you guys enjoy this kind of stuff without the sales bias, just stats only, please like and comment, and that means a lot and kind of cheers me up. And you have been very supportive of the channel throughout, so I really thank you guys a lot for that. So a freehold townhouse right now is selling for $857,000, and that is a drop of from 1.18, that was the highest in February. Imagine that, like the winter was the busiest time of the year, which is generally the slowest time of the year. So it has dropped to $857,000. Now let's see what the median price says. Freehold townhouse median prices, pretty much the same thing. That was $857, this is $855. So pretty close to each other. And now let's look at condos. Condos average price right now, they are at $504,000. That is a drop of about $190,000 since February. So that's a huge drop in only a matter of like 10-11 months. Now, if you look at median prices, because some people say, well, average prices don't tell the whole story, so that's why I also include median prices. Median price for a condo in Brampton is $499,000. So that is my that's what I wanted to cover. Now, some people also enjoy this kind of stuff, like a breakdown by price range. So it's not just everything added together, like how many sold in each category. So it took me a little bit of time, but I don't mind putting in the work as long as it's somewhat useful to you guys. So it's not a problem. Now let's look at this. Like the basic overview of this chart would be the busiest price range at the peak of the market, which was like January, February, March, April. The busiest price range was $1 million to $1.5 million. But look at it now, almost like less than 100 homes sold in December, and at the peak of the market, they were almost at 500 homes. Now, the busiest price range right now is $500 to $1 million right here. And that has been the case since about May, and the interest rates hike came in March. So it took a couple of months for that to kick in. But since then, the blue has been the most popular price range. Pretty much anything above $1.5 million, it's taking a long time to sell, and they're not selling as much as before. You can see here they were selling quite a bit from 1.5 to 2, and now they are almost next to nothing. So that is my breakdown for Brampton for the month of December. If you guys are thinking of buying or selling in Brampton, you can call or text me at this number. I grew up in Brampton, and I started my work in Brampton a long time ago, so I'm quite familiar with the neighborhoods. And if you don't, that's okay. If you have an agent, that's all right too. Just hope you guys enjoyed this information. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.